Okay.
So is Zachary the one that's going to make our class or our company 13?
I have 12 by my count.
Okay.
Just 12 is what I've got. Yeah, that's all I'm showing. I mean, hopefully I'm not missing somebody. I have everybody they gave me on the list. So
Fair enough.
you said you had 12 at class that day?
I thought we had 12.
Okay.
May be mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 12.
But in our group chat that we started the day of, no, yeah, it's 12.
Okay. You have the list of names. I'll run through them and you can tell me if I'm missing one.
Let me.
You have it or no?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm just not tech savvy. So let me see what the group details are. Okay, here we go. We got Alicia, sorry, probably mispronounced that.
Alicia
Yeah.
Hughes.
I just have first names in here.
Okay.
Nobody was copied. So I got her, Cody,
Yep.
Jake,
Yep.
John.
Hold on. Maybe John's the one I'm missing. John, okay.
John Rhodey.
Oh,
Yeah, it's John Rhodey.
yeah, I got Rhodey, I think.
Okay.
Oh, no. Wait.
Charlie Seven.
All right, that's who I'm missing.
Okay.
Damn it. Okay. I thought I remembered getting him. Maybe not.
I sent you a couple emails earlier this week.
Oh, I got you. I do have you. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. My bad.
Hey, Zach, can you send
Yeah, I got you.
send your phone number so I can add you to this group text for the company?
Yeah, who am I sending this to?
Nathan Shaw. I think if you go down the chat or just throw it in the chat and I can add it in there.
All right. My bad. I had transcribed my email list over to here and somehow I missed John Rhodey, but he did actually was on my list. So good. And we
Okay.
are all agreed that we have the right number of people. Okay, you guys ready to get started?
Sure.
Okay, very good. So by way of introduction, my name is Nick Tufts. I am your AIM, which is Academic Instructor Mentor. It's a slightly new title. If you guys are talking to people or know people who went through the last term or previous versions of this, they might have been referring to their AIs, which was the Associate Instructor. They've changed that to Academic Instructor Mentor, and the idea is that they're really hitting home on the idea of us doing more mentoring, which I'd like to say proudly, I think I did a lot of that to begin with, but they're really focusing on that aspect of it, okay? I've been with this program now, this is probably my 4th term with them, I think. Yeah, so 2 years I've been doing this. I work full-time for Orland Park Fire Protection District, which is southwest of Chicago. I've been there for 24 years. So I started in 1997 and I did 3 years POC before that. So 27 years I've been in the fire service, 24 of it has been full-time. I'm a lieutenant there. That's it for who I am. I love doing this. It's an honor and a privilege to be involved with you guys at the outset of your start at what I think is probably legitimately the best career in the world. I know I said that already in email, but I mean it. I couldn't imagine doing anything different. And so I'm glad you guys are pursuing this. And I'm glad that I can be a part of it. So, okay. So like I said, if anybody knows anybody who's done this before, we've revamped it a little bit. Well, more than a little bit, kind of quite a lot for this term. So previously, weekly, I know you guys went through the orientation, you know how it works. There's a weekly VLS or virtual learning session, which is the in-person as it gets online, in-person instruction, presentation of the material. Okay, so that's the VLS. Those are on Mondays and Tuesdays. You only have to attend one, but you must attend one. And if you can't, then they are stored in a library. I'll show you how to get there, and you can view the recording of it. But then you have to do a written assignment that relates to it to prove that you were there, okay, or that you watched it. All right. I encourage you, it's worthwhile to attend it live, because that's really your opportunity to ask questions, to have some interface with the instructors on subjects. So, and then, weekly you have a quiz based on the reading material that must be completed with 70%. But you have unlimited number of times to take it. So take it early and take it often, just like voting, right? And then there's a homework assignment. So previously, this is one of the big changes. There were 3 homework assignments a week. It was quite a bit of work. I don't think it was too much work, but it was quite a bit of work. It took a lot of time. And they were primarily based around applying the lessons to your department. This time around, there's only one assignment. So yay you, okay, good for you. It's not an easy assignment. It is lengthy. None of them are true, false, or multiple guess questions. They're essay style questions and answers. You have to, describe and explain, the methodology behind tactical ventilation, okay, that kind of thing. So it will take a little bit of time to do. I suggest that you not wait till Sunday evening to try to get those done, because all the assignments are due at 11:59 Sunday PM, Sunday night, okay. So there's the homework assignment, the quiz, and then the VLS every week, okay. And then, as you know, every other week is your practical sessions. Those are the fun ones. That's what you guys really want to do. And then there is a research paper. And again, easier for you in the past, not last term, but the term before that, we had 3 research papers over the 18 weeks. Now we only have 1, but it's done in 2 parts. So at week 9, the rough draft of your research paper is due. And then at week 15, the final is due. And as it was discussed in the orientation, and I'll go over how to get to it, I'll show you how to find it, but you have to do the a line of duty death off the NIOSH website. Okay, so it must be a case on the NIOSH website, must be a completed case, completed study, line of duty death. And on week 9, the like I said, the rough draft is due. And as long as you've put effort in, like, it doesn't have to be complete. That's not the point of a rough draft. I had somebody who just gave me, an outline complete with their notes and their research, and that was just fine for a rough draft. Okay. But then the final has to be complete, and you have to have 2 or 3 sources. But good for you, lucky for you, one of those sources they gave you, it's the NIOSH website. Okay. So, but they must be sourced properly to either, or do your best to make it look like, college level citing of sources. Okay. So like I said, 1 assignment a week. So, and I'll show you one of them when I'm going to go into the classroom with you. I'm going to show you how to get around the classroom. Okay. Okay. So, and then, like I said, then there's the reading. And so the one thing I got to stress to all you guys is that you really do need to do the reading. We only have 2 hours in the VLS. And they're limiting it to only 2 hours. In the past, we've run over some went under, some went over, depending on the, but we have to be done at 2 hours. And that's a long time to sit in front of a computer screen. It's a long time to teach it, but it's not nearly enough time to cover all of the information in the reading material, right? The VLS, the instruction is a supplement to supporting the information that you read, a reinforcement of the information that you read in the assignment. So if you have 2 chapters to read that week, it is my recommendation to you that you actually read those chapters. So when the instructor starts talking about fire dynamics, you have some idea what he's already talking about because you've read the material, and then hopefully that him or her is going to be able to just kind of, help you understand what all that information is about. Okay. And then that's your opportunity too. You can come in prep. Do you have questions to ask about what do you mean by, class K versus class D or whatever. Okay. So the other thing too, weekly, and this is new, is the tailboard chat. Okay. And that's what we're doing right now. Okay. Like last term, I had a couple Zoom meetings, three Zoom meetings, maybe over the course of the 18 weeks with the group. And then I just did a lot of communicating back and forth with emails, texting, a lot of phone calls, and then a lot of feedback into the homework assignments. I was, writing feedback in my grading. This time around, in order to facilitate the mentoring aspect of what we're doing, they really want us doing these tailboard chats. These weekly Zoom meetings. Okay. And for those of you who are really, really, really new to the fire service, tailboard, by the way, is the back bumper of the fire engine that the firemen used to stand on back before they had to be belted inside. Okay. They used to call it riding the tailboard. Okay. So, so as far as those go, so how we're going to do the tailboard chats, I know you guys have the VLS on Monday and or Tuesday. So it doesn't make any sense to try to do them on those days. I don't want to go too late into the week because I want you guys to be able to talk to me and ask me questions about the homework, or maybe you didn't quite understand what the instructor was talking about in the VLS, and maybe I can help you there or whatever. Okay. So I would like to try to do them on Wednesday as much as possible. However, I work shift also. So I work a 24, 48-hour shift. So every third week, Wednesday is my day to work. And so on those days, we'll have to do them on Thursday. It's just not fair for me to try to do a Zoom meeting with you guys on it when I'm on shift, because we'll get 10 minutes in, I'll get a call, and then, I got to go and you're out of your meeting. So I will send those invites. I have to decide if I'm going to try to make it a recurring meeting, but I can't do it every single Wednesday. So I may make a recurring meeting for Wednesdays and send out invites on Thursdays, or I might just send out an invite weekly.
Wednesday,
How to do that. So
Wednesday night, I have EMT class, just.
okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to, I'm recording this one, and
Okay.
I'm going to record them, and I'm put them up on a YouTube channel. So they'll be available to you.
Okay.
And by the way, they're not mandatory, the tailboard chats are not mandatory. They're recommended. It's really more for your benefit. So I'm making myself available for you guys is what it is. So
Okay.
I'll put it out, I'll record them. I'll send the links out when I'm done recording them. And then I'm always available by email. I tried, especially during the term, I try to check it every single day. I don't always check it, my email, usually in the evening, I'll check it. So if you send me something in the morning, I might not get back to you till the evening. You can text me at any time. I always put my cell phone number at the bottom of my emails to you guys. Feel free to text me. Again, I work. I might not get back to you right away. Zach and I already communicated by phone. That's fine. Again, if I'm on a call or whatever, clearly I'm not going to pick it up, but I'll do my best. Okay. So I'm trying to make myself available as I can. So, okay. So going back to the homework, the deadline is, like I said, 11:59 on Sunday night of the week of the assignment. Okay. So, and we use military time. So in my emails and stuff, and on the classroom, it's 23:59. Okay. If if it is not submitted by then, that one assignment is not submitted by 23:59 on Sunday night, then the next minute is Monday, and now that assignment is incomplete. Okay, and the way they're gonna work that is, once it's incomplete, I guarantee you, I'm gonna be sending you emails and I'm gonna be hounding you. And you and I have to work out when you're gonna get that done, because I have to go in and get that assignment unlocked, because it locks, but the long and short of it is, you have till the end of the week, that next week, to get that late assignment complete, along with the one that is also due now, okay? And if it's not in by the end of that next week, it is permanently marked incomplete. There's no other opportunity for you to complete it. 5 incompletes boots you out of the class, okay? That's what I'm getting out of the orientation material they sent us, okay? I'm sorry to say that last term, we had 2 out of my group that didn't finish. So that's not how I want to see you guys finish this class, So I think 5 incompletes is quite a bit. If you can't get 5 assignments in out of 18 on time, clearly you're not that committed to this, okay? Now, that said, if you got something going on and it's a crisis, and I'm not talking about like, well, I had a lot of work this week or whatever, like I'm in the hospital with my kid, I'm not going to be able to get it done. Yeah, I have the authority to grant you an extension, okay? It's always better if you get a hold of me before the due time, the deadline, rather than after, but doesn't matter. It's okay. I mean, if it's truly a crisis, I mean, I had one guy a couple of classes ago, I mean, his sister died in a car accident, right? I mean, I'm the least of his worries at that point, and I had one, last term, seriously, he was in the hospital with his daughter. Okay, totally get it. That's more important, and we made it work for him, so if you're having a problem, that's why I'm here. Reach out to me and I will do everything I can do for you to help you get through this. Okay, everything short of doing the homework for you. Okay, other than that, but I can grant extensions, but I just need to be kept in the loop as much as possible. Again, you got a real family crisis, I'm not your immediate worry. I understand that. But if you can give me a heads up earlier, the better. Okay, does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, on the VLS, I think your first one is going to be Monday, right? Monday is going to be the first one, Monday or Tuesday, whichever one you attend. Okay. When you log in, you have to change your name. Okay. And everybody know how to do that. You go up to the top of your square and you hit the 3 dots, and then like change name comes down on the drop down. And the way they want it is your last name, comma, first name, comma, and then you will be CV for Cherry Valley, and then C for Charlie, and then your number. So, let's say Sam Robar, it would be Robar, comma, Samuel, comma, CV, C, number 3, or whatever number Sam is, okay? So, okay, C5, okay?
Just out of curiosity, I'm looking at the 3-pin drop down now, and I do not see any change name option on this.
Okay, rename at the very bottom.
All I got is add profile picture.
Really?
My options are mute my audio, stop video, choose virtual background, replace pin, hide self view, and add profile picture.
That's weird, because mine, right underneath that, I have rename on mine.
Mine doesn't say it either.
Oh. Really? Are you updated on your Zoom? I mean, you're using the current Zoom update?
I will have to check that after this meeting and be sure that I
Yeah.
am then.
That's the only thing, and it might be because we're on, maybe because we're on my private meeting. It's never been a problem on the VLS So maybe it's a different program they're sending out that VLS on. Here's what I'll say though, when you get in on Monday or Tuesday, whichever one you go to, and if you can't rename, okay, then get on the chat. They'll have there's always an instructor and an assistant instructor. The assistant instructor is helping with the chat and with the attendance. Get on the chat and have him work or her work with you. They'll make sure that you get credit for attending, even if we can't get you renamed right away. Okay. So
Okay.
when you get on, just go on the chat and start saying, I'm having a problem. For whatever reason, I don't have the rename on my drop down. And give your name, company, location, company, and number, and they will make sure it gets figured out. Okay. That's the best I can do for you. I don't know why it doesn't have rename on it. Every other Zoom meeting I've ever been on, you've been able to rename. So like, I'll do it right now.
It was CV Cherry Valley what?
Whatever number you are.
So CV and then just space C7.
So here, I'm doing it right now.
All right.
I can send the picture of the slideshow they gave us in the orientation in the group chat.
Okay, you guys see that? So now I'm Tufts, Nicholas, CVC, IIM. Okay.
Yep.
So that's how it should look. You should be able to do that. If you cannot, I know if you're trying to attend on your phone, like a handheld or a tablet, they can't do it. They have a real problem with that. And you have to go into the chat. Sometimes, especially if you're trying to do it on your phone, it will only show the phone number. And my God, they lose their mind on that one. So you have to go into the chat and tell them that you're present. If you're on an iPad or something, that might be part of the problem too. So make sure you're on a laptop. And then, like I said, if you're still having a problem, talk to the assistant instructor and they will get you figured out. And they will make sure that you get credit for being present. Okay. Yeah. That said too, another thing, attend on your own device. We had a situation, we had a department and it's not their fault. They didn't have great Wi-Fi anywhere in town and they were all trying to attend from one computer at the fire station. They really, really, really want you to try to attend on your own device because it's much easier for them to document your presence. Okay, because you have to have a certain number of class hours to pass. If you're just saying, hey, yeah, Tim's with me. I don't know that he really is, right? Okay, so as much as possible, attend on your own device and try to make it an actual computer, not a handheld. Okay. Okay. Okay, so PIPs or performance improvement plans, you're only going to get those if you're messing up. So if you are late on assignment, especially what I call like a no-call, no-show, I go in Monday morning to start grading and you never submitted anything. I never got an email from you, never got any heads up that there's a problem of any kind. At that point, I'll send you an email and and I'll send you, hey, you're missing an assignment. Is everything okay? What's our plan here? But if there's no good reason for it, we're going to work on getting you a completion, but then you'll probably get a PIP, okay, a performance improvement plan, okay? And that's just all it is. It's documentation. Hey, we had a little snafu. We're talking it out, and you're going to promise to fix it. That's all it is. Or if you have, a couple of weeks of just really, really poor work, then we might have, hey, you really got to step it up. We might do a PIP, okay? So hopefully we don't have to do too many of those. I think you guys are all going to do great and never going to have a problem. So, but we had to do several this last term. Like I said, I had a couple students that just didn't finish the term on their own terms. So that's what that is, a PIP, and I'll write it, email it to you, and then at the next practical session, it'll be delivered and you sign it. So hopefully nobody has to deal with that. So, okay. All right, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to go into the classroom here. All right, can everybody see this?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, I'm gonna go in. Is everybody able to get into the classroom and log in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, anybody who can't? Okay, good. So this is the classroom. I'm pretty sure my version looks much like yours, okay? And we'll just go to say week one, okay? So, so to find week one, all right? So once we're in it, you just go to the tile, click on it. There you go, okay? So if you missed that VLS and you couldn't attend in person, here's where you'll find the VLS assignment. Click on that, okay? And you can attempt the quiz. I have preview quiz because I'm an instructor. I don't get to take it, so, okay. And then here you go. And so this is where you would write something in here that demonstrated to me that you actually watched the VLS. So let's say it's Ladders Day, Ladders Week, and you missed the VLS, you want to do the VLS makeup, and you come in here and you write, we did ladders, talked about ladders. That doesn't really indicate to me in any way that you actually saw the VLS, right? Okay, of course we talked about ladders, it's Ladders Week, right? So what would it, so do, write enough that it's, and specific enough information that I know that you watched it, instructor so-and-so talked about ladders, he explained why, I don't know, pick anything, or he told a funny joke halfway through about, the time the ladder fell on his truck or something. I don't know. So something, I had one student who basically, she was amazing. She basically outlined the entire VLS each time she had to do it. And she had to do quite a bit of them because she worked Monday and Tuesday nights often. So, but I mean, it was obvious to me that she watched the VLS. So do your best to make it obvious to me that you watched the VLS. I'm not looking to fail you, but you got to give me something to help, okay? All right, so then go back to the classroom. Here we go, all right? So back to class week one, so that's the VLS makeup, okay? Here's your reading assignment, okay, right here. So chapter 1, pages 9 through 54, okay? And then there's always a study guide, safety and study guide, okay? So, and the study guide is PowerPoint. Fun, right? Okay.
So right there, that's where we're gonna get all of our homework and everything assigned to us each week. We just go down there, we check it.
Yeah, I just messed up. I just closed out of my sharing. Hold on. Yeah. What am I doing here, guys? No. Try this again. I just lost. I just can't find it now. All right, back at it. You guys can see it again now. So yeah, so when you click on the week, right? So it gives you your VLS, it gives you your reading assignment, the study guides, okay? Links and, interesting links or videos that you might be interested in, okay? And then I'll see, so here you have two reading assignments. You have chapters 1, which is 9 through 54, and communications chapter 2, which is 55 through 73. So you really have page 9 through 73. Now it sounds like a lot, but remember, like 30 pages of that are going to be like diagrams of practicals. Okay, so you probably have about 40 pages of actual reading, maybe 45. Okay, then you have your assignment. So I'm going to click on the assignment here. All right, I'll preview the assignments. All right. So, and then this is assignment number 1 for week 1, okay? So covers chapter 1 and chapter 2. Explain the mission of the fire service. Okay, so not a A, B, C, or D question. Explain the mission of the fire service: protect lives, save property. Right? Okay. Try to expand a little bit more than that, but okay, that's the mission of the fire service, right? And generally, you should be able to find these definitions in the book. All right. Define the following: chain of command, unit command, span of control. Okay. So you see, so what's really important is that you answer all of the objectives in all parts of the objectives. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objectives, right? And 2 of these objectives are multiple parts, 5 on one and 3 on the other. Okay. You type them down here. Now you can, and I actually recommend that you do it in Word, but you have to cut and paste it back into this text box. Okay. You can't import the file as an attachment. You have to cut and paste it into place here. Okay. You don't have to do it in Word. You can type it in this section if you want. Okay. If you have pictures that you want to add, you can drag and drop the files in here. Just notice that they do not take PDF files. So only the JPEGs, PNGs. Oh, here it's saying PDF. That might be new. Last time they wouldn't take a PDF. So that might be new for now. So that'd be good if they do, because a lot of images are PDF. So
Is there a certain format that you want that typed, like just kind of number what we have? So like 8 or 1A, 1B, and just kind of go through it like that?
yeah, and what a lot of people were doing was they would like cut and paste this whole question in and then write the answers in, basically. So,
Okay.
so it maintains that outline.
Right.
Again, these are newer assignments. I knew all the assignments by heart, but last time these are all brand new assignments. So it needs to be obvious to me which part you're answering. What I don't want is one complete run-on paragraph where it's not broken up in any way. So I don't know which question, and I'm trying to go back. All right, are they answering the chain of command? Oh, there it is. Okay, so if you break it down by part, by objective, number 1, number 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, that would be really, really helpful, make it much easier for me to grade. So
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
other thing too, I'll say about the homework is that remember, you are not texting me, right? Let's use actual English. Let's use sentence structures with capitalization and punctuation, full, complete thoughts and ideas, like actual essay answers to questions. Okay. If we're using, abbreviations, make sure that they're standardized, well-known abbreviations, I understand how lingo works, right? Okay. Especially in the fire service, we have a lot of lingo. I don't have a problem with that, but let's use full and complete ideas. Okay. So, all right. And then also at the bottom of that would have been your quiz. Okay. So then week 1 quiz. Okay. And here's your quiz. Maybe we'll do it. Oh, it's not open yet. My bad. Okay. So, but that's where you find everything you need. It's completely locked up now. So this is the classroom. That's where you find everything you need. Go week by week through the tiles. Okay. It shows you when your practical weekends are. Okay. You have any documents you need up here. Your syllabus, I suggest you read that. It has a complete course schedule on it, the orientation video. Okay, also certification requirements. So this is kind of a big deal. How do I make? I'm trying to maximize this. I'll find it. I have it in a different thing, so it's okay. I'll show you in a minute. But certification requirements when we're done, I'll go into that in a minute. So, and then, okay, things you can work on this week. So on Monday, you start week 1. You start all the reading material anytime you want, obviously, but your first VLS is Monday. Assignments are due that following Sunday. But this week you can work in this action required tile here. The introduce yourself assignment. A lot of you people emailed me your introduction. That's great. I'm glad to know you guys. That's awesome. But you have to actually do it in the homework here. And you'll put it right in here. Okay. So that has to be done. The and then the student contact form has to be complete. I know you guys did it in person, but you have to have one done online as well. So you're just gonna have to do it again. I know it may seem silly, but it does need to be done again. So this week, these two things need to be done if you can, quickly as possible. That would be great. And then I think you have to, on week 1, you have to do the Chicago, you have to watch this video as well next week. This one right here, you can find it week 1, okay? Chicago Fire Department, everyone goes home. So you gotta watch that as well. So those three things are in addition to your normal weekly assignments for week 1, okay?
The Chicago video, was that optional or was I missing something?
It needs to be done. You need to watch it. So, and it will
Okay.
show up on your grades if you watched it or not.
Okay, all right,
So it's right here, okay?
all righty.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how your grades work, but I think on your side, you probably have this same thing and you can check your grades right here. I'm not going to pull it up because it has other people's grades on it right now. But yeah, you could check your grades at any time. Okay. I do a pretty good job of going through weekly and seeing if anybody's missing anything. But just so you know, it is your responsibility. If you're missing a grade, and somehow, you need to follow up on, let's get this complete. I'm gonna be emailing you. Trust me, if you don't get your homework done. But it is your responsibility too. If somehow I missed it, you got to reach out. I'm not going to be the one in trouble because you missed a one. All right. All right. So I'm going to stop that. Any questions on the classroom and how that works?
Nope.
All right. Now I'm going to show you. There we go. Orientation. This looks familiar, right? This was the orientation. All right, so your practical weekends, I have nothing to do with that. I mean, I'm invited and I'm entitled to come if I want and hang out and meet, see how you guys are doing, but I don't instruct in those. That's on a different side. That's the practical side. Your contact point for that is Rich Trapp. Okay, this is his number and his email. So if you have a problem, you can't be there on a Saturday, Sunday, because you got COVID or, I don't know, whatever, this is the person to talk to. Okay. Richard Trapp. So here's your weekend schedule. Okay. Here's that homework policy I was telling you about. Any assignment submitted after the weekly Sunday night will be marked as incomplete. Failure to submit complete coursework for a second week will result in a permanent score of incomplete. 5 incomplete assignments results in dismissal. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's your requirements so you're in the BOF blended class, right? Okay, the basic operator firefighter. This is the classroom coursework. To get the OSFM, Office of the State Fire Marshal certification for basic operations firefighter, okay, you need to have successful completion of the BOF blended program and the final exam, the state exam, which will be administered by University of Illinois at your practical weekend, okay? In addition to that, to get the certification, you need to have FSVO, Fire Service Vehicle Operator, okay? That is another online class, which will be made available to you during the coursework that we're doing in these 18 weeks. It's in addition to the normal coursework, but it'll be open, it will be free, and you can complete it. All you have to do, there's 2 portions of the FSVO. There is the online classroom portion, and then there is a practical driving portion. For the BOF certification through the Office of State Fire Marshal, you only need to complete the online portion of the class. You do not have to find somebody to take you driving. Now, it behooves you to do so because then you still need, the driving to get the FSVO, and then you can start taking fire apparatus engineering and start getting on the process of driving. So, but just to get the basic firefighter certification, all you need is the online FSVO, which will be made available to you through the classroom. It is an additional class, but it will be made available to you and open to you for free, okay? You also need hazardous material awareness, okay? You are auto-enrolled into it. It is also just an additional online, I don't even know how long it is, it's not very long. Attend it, there's not even a course exam at the end, okay? Also free to you, you're auto-enrolled in it, no big deal, okay? You also need operations, hazardous materials operations. So awareness is the introductory level, operations is the mid-level for hazardous material awareness. You need to have operations, okay? You have the option of taking hazardous materials operations on a blended program, just like this one. It will take place about 3 to 4 weeks after we finish the BOF blended program, okay? Again, it won't cost you anything, but you will have to attend a practical session, okay? So, and you will need to tell me, I think by week 4, whether or not you want to be included in that, enrolled in that, okay? You also need CPR and for basic first aid. You can generally get that through your fire department. You need NIMS, which is National Incident Management System. That's the FEMA program for how we communicate on emergencies, especially cross agencies. How does the FBI, the police department, the fire department, and the public works department all talk together on the same scene? They do it through these NIMS programs, okay? NIMS 100, NIMS 700, they need to be completed to get your BOF certification. That can be done on the FEMA website right here, the link for it. And it is also free. NIMS 100, 700 can be done very quickly. You can do the 2 of them in an afternoon, okay? And then the Courage to Be Safe course also needs to be completed, and that can be done on the National Fallen Firefighter Foundation Fire Hero website. I don't know how long that one is either, okay? So just so you know, and so your chiefs know, you can successfully complete the BOF blended program through IFSI. If you have not finished these other things, then you cannot apply for the certification through the Office of State Fire Marshal for basic operations firefighter. Does it make sense?
Yeah, question.
Yes.
The 2 there where it says for the CPR and first aid, and then the 2 classes through FEMA.
Uh-huh.
I know them 2 classes through FEMA. I just got my information. They're requiring us to complete them through my EMT class.
Uh-huh.
Being in the EMT class, will that pretty much take care of them 2 things or not?
If you complete them in the EMT class, then they're complete.
Okay, what about the required first aid and everything, that part, that would be also?
I'm pretty sure in your EMT class are getting you a CPR
Right,
certification.
well, that's what I'm saying, like that'll,
Yeah.
I don't have to take something separate.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
no,
'Cause
okay,
you're going to have a healthcare provider card is what you're going to have.
okay,
So yeah, you're fine. At least you need a first aid card. As an
Okay.
EMT or paramedic, you got a healthcare provider card. So
Right, right.
you're fine. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the FEMA class, if I'm taking it through them, that'll count for both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Instructor Tubbs, I have a question as well.
Yeah.
If we have all these certifications, once we get everything done, how do we let you guys know that we have them? How do we submit them, basically?
To the Office of State Fire Marshal?
Sure.
Yeah. Through your training officer at your fire department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you will, through your training officer at the fire department, they will help you gather all the appropriate materials and help you apply for your certification.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? I know that's complicated, right? Like you think you take the class, you're done, but there's just so many different aspects to firefighting these days. it's not just firefighting anymore. We do a lot of different things, right? So we do everything that the police don't do, basically. So,
I got one more question too.
yeah, what do you got?
For the FSVO class and the hazmat classes,
Mhm.
do those just become available to us through our BOF dashboard?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be made available to, and I'm gonna try my best to stay on top of that and send you guys an email or tell you in our weekly chat, hey, just so you know, FSVO is coming available next week. Okay. So, and I'm getting updates on who's finished it or not. I was really concerned last year. We were in the last week and I had a couple of guys that were not done. They had like 7 of the 10 modules left to do. I was like, oh my God, they're not going to be done. So, but everybody got it done. Everybody got done. So it's not that bad. So
So
Thank
we
you.
only need the classroom portion of SSVO then.
FSVO, yes.
Okay, good, because I know I need the Class B to even drive the engine where I'm at.
Right. Yeah. So. Okay. Oh, also on the homework, like I said, proper spelling, capitalization, true sentences. Proofread your material. Don't just rely on spell check, okay? Because a lot of times a word looks right for spell check. It's not the right word for what you're trying to say. I had one guy who continually talked about the chin saw. If you have a saw on your chin, you've done something wrong. It's the chainsaw, okay? A big one, the difference between our and our, right? Like our fire department is plural possessive. It's our fire department. You are a firefighter, okay? Our fire department is actually our fire department, okay? Halligan bar, remember Halligan is Halligan. I think a lot of people, it's auto-correcting to halogen, which is a gas that we put in headlights. A halogen bar is nothing. A Halligan bar is a tool that we use in firefighting, okay? Don't copy off each other. Don't outright plagiarize. Please take the time to type your answer in yourself. It's pretty obvious to me when you're cutting and pasting. And the assignments are pass, fail. Going back to, if you talk to people who took this just last 6 months ago, it was graded on a scale of 1 to 4. Now it's pass, fail. You either complete it and you meet the objectives or you do not. So, okay. All right, so like I said, read the material, try to attend the VLS in person on your own laptop by yourself, okay? You guys already have a text group going, that is great. That's a great way to communicate. If you have problems with the practical, remember, contact Rich Trapp. You know, last case scenario would be contact me and I'll see what I can do for you. But again, I don't have anything to do with it. So, I mean, I can make notifications. That's the best I can do. I can't give you permission to miss a class. So we talked about the action required tile for this first week. If you can get that done this first week, I'll get it graded and that'll be great. Okay, and then like I said, is everybody okay with that Wednesday time frame? Is 8 o'clock good, or do you want to meet earlier? I don't care.
And now, class, what you're talking about is like just a group where if we have questions outside of the visual class.
Yeah, this that we're doing right here, this tailboard chat that we're supposed to do weekly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do them Wednesdays again as much as possible, except I work gold shift. So when Wednesday is a gold shift, then we'll just move that to Thursday. Like I said, it's not fair to you for me to try to do it while I'm on shift because I won't be able to commit
Okay.
100% to it. So
And this is just for if we have questions, we just can meet with you, and then otherwise it's not like mandatory to the class.
it is
Gotcha.
not mandatory. No, it's
Okay.
again, it's me making myself available to you guys so you can ask questions, vent. I don't care. If you want to complain, whatever, I could take it. I'm a lieutenant. I hear a lot of complaining. I'm used to it. So, yeah, it's not mandatory. It's recommended, but it's not mandatory, you know.
Okay.
It's mandatory for me, not for you. So, okay. Other than that, I don't have anything else. We went through the classroom. I went through the requirements. I gave you some hints and suggestions. Oh, crap, I was gonna show you how to get to NIOSH. So let me, okay, I get that, Marissa, you work till 10, okay. I'm gonna show you how to get to that NIOSH link, so you guys can start looking up case studies, okay? The easiest way I think to get to it is through the research paper tile here, okay? And then if you go into the draft section, so you see how it's broken up into two different assignments, the draft and the final. Okay, here's the draft. And then the link for it. So www.cdc.gov/NIOSH/fire NIOSH. So just so you guys know, NIOSH, they're the ones that, well, they're one of the groups that track line of duty deaths in fire service. They do a really good job of investigating. So this is the NIOSH website. You come to completed investigations. Okay. Select your state. So you can do it this way, or you could just click on a state. See if my computer is going to bring it up. There we go. Okay. No, thank you. All right. And so here you go. So these are completed cases. All right. So, and some of these, unfortunately, might be people close to your community. You know, this one was 2018. We know we just had one in Chicago. That one won't be completed in time. You know, I'll just pick this one. So let's click on it, and then here you go. All right. So then it just gives you the quick overview, quick summary. You know, a couple paragraphs, and then you can read the full report. And the full report really goes into it, and it gives you conditions, building conditions, extenuating circumstances, failures that might have led to it, recommendations, yeah, fire department history, training, the discussion, and then ends with their recommendations. So this is, you know, it's not meant to be critical other than in a constructive way, things that the department could have done to maybe avoid it. So this is where you find these, okay? It's really interesting, you know, to read those. It's kind of heartbreaking sometimes. You know, the one big rule is that in your investigation, you know, you absolutely 100% cannot contact the family or the department. You know, there's a lot of bad feelings when somebody passes away on the line of duty. They don't need you bringing it up for a report for a class. Okay, there's plenty of information out there. So that NIOSH website is at least one of your sources. You need at least one more. I think it's two sources. We'll clarify that when we get closer to the assignment. That second source can be any other, you know, publicly accessible source. You know, so if there's a newscast or article in fire engineering, or, you know, whatever, pretty easy to source. So, okay.
Is there a grading rubric?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is there like a rubric or something that you guys are using to grade this research paper off of?
Yeah, let me go back into it.
He was saying that once I've gone through all this, that I have to submit all this through you, and then you're the one that submits it to the fire marshal.
So here we go.
Yeah, okay.
So for the, you will select an LODD case. No, I'm in the wrong place.
I don't want to hear that.
Let me go to 9. I just gotta find it. It's there. Here we go. So here in the actual assignment itself, it tells you what you need. It needs to have at the top of it, you need to have like a header title, your name and the date. No, this isn't it either. There we go. I don't know. I'm having a hard time finding it. I'll find it for you and I'll get it to you.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we hit everything.
Yeah, the information is it's in the assignment. I'm just trying to find something that looks like an actual rubric for you. But I mean, the information is pretty straightforward. Like you have to have, in the assignment tells you like you have to have a brief biography of the firefighter itself, the department, building conditions, or if that applies, you know. So the other thing, like you could pick any line of duty death you want. You know, we had a couple that picked a scuba drowning last term. That's fine. I don't care. You pick whatever you want. You know, it might be easier for you to pick something that's, you know, firefighting because that's primarily what we're talking about for this class, but that's not a requirement. You know, if it's interesting to you or it's important to you and you want to do, you know, somebody was killed in a technical rescue or a tactical rescue type, you know, fell off a water tower or whatever, that's fine. You do what you want to do. I'm not here to tell you that, you know. So what I will say is you can start on that anytime. You know, the rough draft isn't due to week 9, but if you're a go-getter and you want to get it done in the first couple of weeks, and then that's great, then you can email it to me or just actually submit it and I'll look at it. And that gives us, you know, 7 more weeks to like, hey, tweak this, tweak that, you know, and we can get it, you know, working good. The other thing too is, you know, I had a lot of students, you know, they submitted their rough draft. It was pretty much a complete paper, you know, and I told them that, you know, it's pretty much done. Put your name and title, you know, date on top of it, you know, maybe tweak a couple misspellings and we'll call it submitted and I'll grade it right now, you know, and then it's done. You don't have to worry about it. So you can always submit the stuff early. You can do that for any week, really. You can submit it early. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to get it graded early for you. But if you tell me you got it in early, and you want me to look at something, I'm more than willing to do that. You know, I kind of got my hands full trying to grade 12 people weekly, but you know, I can get it done if you want me to. So, and again, I'm available if you have questions, and I'm going to be, you know, this happening weekly makes me more available to you too. But again, email and text me anytime, and I will do my best to get back to you. So,
Okay.
anybody have any questions? Anything else? I know we covered a lot, but you know, I want to make sure that you guys are comfortable with what we're doing. We start next week, so
I'm ready to go.
you ready to leave, or you ready to start?
No, I'm ready for class to start. I've already read my 2 chapters and everything, but I can't do the assignments or anything yet.
Yeah, they're not open yet. Yeah. So I don't know why it must be waiting until the first week, because generally I think you can open assignments earlier unless that changed too. So it's interesting. I'm hoping it's going to be one of the things that they were hoping to do this time by going down to the 1 assignment pass fail is that they want to make the grading more objective, you know, so it's pretty, you either answered or you don't. You know, they just want to make sure that, you know, the way Nick Tufts is grading it in Cherry Valley is the way it's being graded in Streeter. That's all. So by making the questions more objective and more based on the book and less based on your department, we're hoping that that's what happens. So, okay, what else? Anybody, anything?
So for that NIOSH case study, I actually did that in one of my classes at college.
Mhm.
Could I just use that as part of the research paper too? Or should I do another research?
First of all, I mean, it's all your own work.
Yes, it is.
Here's what I would say. I would go through it and make sure that you have tweaked it to meet the objectives of the assignment.
Okay.
You know, so there's no reason for you to have to study another case if you don't want to, you
Okay.
know. But then, you know, make sure that, you know, go through it and make sure that you meet all the objectives, that you discuss all the things that are asked for in that assignment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Does that make sense? So
Sure.
that would be my best advice. I would say, yeah, because we're recorded, I would say make sure you rewrite it to fit the assignment. How's that sound?
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Okay, good. Anything
you.
else? No? Okay. All right, so no more questions, right? All right, good. So get those action required things done for me quickly if you can. I'll get those graded for you. They just have to be done. That contact form thing has to be done by first practical weekend. So make sure that gets done. I don't think, last time there was a COVID acknowledgement form. I didn't see one this time, but if there's one, I'll
Yeah,
make sure.
there's one.
There is.
It's
There
an
is?
e-signature. Just
Okay, get
acknowledge.
that done too then. Make sure that gets done. So, and remember, if you are sick, don't go, right? Let them know. So wear masks, all that stuff. So, all right. Okay, been great. I'm gonna close out unless you guys have any other questions. So,
Thank you.
all right, good luck, guys, girls.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.